Today's horoscope from Astro Academy, Taurus, February 5, 2023. With a Sun-Uranus square today, there can be times when your attention is divided, as much as you want to focus, and you could find it rather difficult to concentrate. There can be surprising new information that throws off your schedule or plans, or the routine seems exceptionally boring or restricting to you today. Instead of working on autopilot, try to satisfy your desire for something different by trying a new style, route to work, or better yet, something new to learn. The desire to shirk a responsibility can be strong but is unlikely to satisfy in the long run. While you likely need to make a change, it's better not to be abrupt about it, as this approach can backfire. It's likely to cause more trouble than you need. Aim to tone down rough edges for best results today. Today may make you run for the hills, hiding out from cosmic storms. This energy begins to rumble today as the mighty Sun in your solar house clashes with Uranus in your solar. You may accidentally blurt out a secret to your lover, especially if you've been feeling frustrated and anxious, that leaves you both shaky and furious. This could also happen in a different way. A secret pops out that someone else had hidden by your lover or about the two of you. Do your best to damage control now and in the days ahead. Embrace a new train of thought when it comes to your professional journey. It might be a slightly stressful workday when you think about the future as the Sun in Aquarius squares Uranus in Taurus. You may feel called to follow a more unique, if unconventional, professional path. But your subconscious mind may be afraid of making that big of a change, since you may secretly value security and stability. Although it can be tense, the square could help you embrace taking a calculated risk with your professional calling. Before leaving your income sector today, the moon will clash with both planets in your financial sector, and the timing couldn't be better. Flushed from a friendly aspect to Venus on the career and the South Node on the job front, it won't take much to turn any financial tension into motivation. While as he moves into his final weeks in your financial sector, this is putting Mercury's smart head for money to the test. For a couple of days, an unfavorable aspect exerts its influence. Your tendency to speak before you think will be something for you to watch out for. Rather than blurting out what you think and expecting to feel resolved, take your frustrations to the gym, if possible, or on a run, swim, or bike ride. Learn to seek satisfaction in knowing your own feelings without necessarily expressing them to another person. Try this for a week and you'll be pleased with the results. Today is your day. The essence of this day is in you, around you, and a part of you. On a day like this, you will find that your creative muse is spilling over with ideas. This type of expressive outlet is just what you need to get in tune with. People you are connected to may desire to spend time with you, both in the workplace and outside of it. This should not surprise you, as your creative energy can attract like a magnet. Before leaving your income sector, where over the last few days it had brought things full circle after last month's full moon, the moon will find itself in the wrong place at the right time today. A clash with both Mercury and Pluto in your financial sector might create some financial tension, but a friendly aspect to Neptune in your career sector can turn this into motivation. That includes both professionally and on both sides of the financial fence. While the moon's return to your communication sector today is good news for your relationships, making it easier to keep the communication lines open, this is also an important day for matters of the heart. The dwarf planet Ceres not only turns direct in your romantic sector today, but as the only planet in the solar system in retrograde motion, her deep dive into your heart's needs and priorities are taking a nostalgic trip down love's memory lane. Our eyes in the sky. The Sun in Aquarius squares off with Uranus in Taurus today. At this time, we are showing off our sentiments and uniqueness for the world to see. Today, we might want to take a walk on the wild side and let other people take notice of the parts of ourselves that we usually hide. You can now be totally open and carefree in how you represent yourself as you throw caution to the wind and live your life. Everything is not going as well as you hoped, and as a result, the pressures and anxieties of life take their toll. This is mainly due to you trying considerably harder to counter your run of bad luck by being overly efficient. If you find this is the case, relax, accept sometimes what you're trying to achieve isn't possible and allow yourself a special treat instead. When trying to resolve outstanding issues, you must avoid reacting impulsively and be prepared to encounter some difficulties. Don't be disappointed at this apparent block to your progress, but take full responsibility for any mistakes that result, otherwise, you create difficulties for everyone involved. If you wish to invest your savings in something new, now is the time to do it. People are being open and honest with you, so you can probably even trust your bank advisor. He will handle your cash carefully, not merely thinking of his own gain. If you're considering investing in something more tangible, don't hesitate to ask others for advice. If you decide against it, you will suffer no adverse consequences. In good shape, your mind and body are in perfect accord and you feel totally invigorated. You're able to take advantage of this feeling to stay on top of your fitness regime. You appreciate how quickly your athleticism is improved and you're much more aware of your strengths and how effective your stamina is. In the morning, the Cancer moon opposes Mercury in Capricorn, hindering us from thinking clearly. We draw subjective conclusions based on feelings and memories of lived experiences. But then, the logical part of our brain chimes in, picking apart our own argument and rationalizing how we should be behaving. It can feel as though we're in a battle with our own minds, making it impossible for us to find equilibrium. Try to relax. Remember that life events don't have to be compartmentalized. Your response doesn't have to be either or, one way or the other. Could there be a way to get these two seemingly contradictory attitudes to meet in the middle? Be sure to avoid making any big purchases or making a financial commitment unless they are absolutely necessary. If you have to, then try to deal with them in a clear-headed and considered way that cannot backfire. You just can't find the right way to get the best out of your transactions. No matter what you do, your investments tend to make losses. Positive results can't be forced through, of course, so don't try to have your own way. It would be wrong to buy stuff to comfort yourself. You might end up with empty pockets. After noon, the moon trines Neptune in Pisces, a harmonious influence. It appears that our sensitive side has tipped the scales, providing us with an extra dose of self-compassion. Embrace it. Life doesn't have to be so stoic and serious. There is hidden beauty all around us that we can tap into. Permitting our intuition to take the reins places us in touch with greater creative, imaginative, and spiritual potency. We recognize that problems do not have to be dissected. Mining them for signs can evince meaningful medicine.